I'm Anil Kumar. We are preparing for the test on quadratic equations, and here is the question concerning sketching graph. I'm not using a graph paper as usual. I'll just tell you simple steps to sketch a perfect graph. So you should actually plot it on a graph paper. Understand these steps. That is the key idea here. The question is, explain the steps to sketch the graph of y equals to 2 times x minus 1 whole square minus 8. Now whenever you are given equation in the vertex form, you get a lot of information about the graph itself. So let us write down the equation to begin with. 2 times x minus 1 whole square, minus 8, right? So from here we know what is the vertex. Vertex is 1 minus 8, right? So the vertex is 1 minus 8. What else do you get from this equation? That is positive, so it opens upwards, right? That is what you get. Another important thing which you get is the steps, and that is what is important, right? To sketch a graph. Normally the steps for a parabola are 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on, times the stretch factor, which is 2. So it is 2 times. Now this information really helps us to sketch accurate graph without doing any calculations for any point whatsoever, right? Let me now show you. So what we are saying is that the vertex is 1 minus 8. It really means that the axis for the graph is x equals to 1, correct? So we'll write this as axis, right? This is our axis. And the equation of axis is x equals to 1, right? Somewhere on this axis we have the vertex which for a parabola which opens upwards. So let us mark that point, right? So this is a point which is also the minimum. So we'll say, well, this point for us is 1 minus 8, right? So that is the axis for us. I'm not drawing y-axis, okay? This is the axis for the parabola. Now, we have the stretch factor. The stretch factor is 2. That means first step, when you go right, you have to move 2 units up, 1 times 2. So you have to move 1, 2. So that gives you the second point. And since the parabola is symmetric about this axis, you get 1, 2. So that is your second point. You get the idea. To get the third point, you have to go 6 steps up. So again, when you move 1 unit to either side, you have to this time go 6 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So you reach here. And from the symmetry, it should be on that side, right? 6 steps. So likewise, you can move and then 10 steps next. You get the idea, right? Join these points to sketch the parabola. Right? So let us join this. If you join these points, you get a perfect parabola. Remember, it is not a sharp corner. So I prefer to make this kind of a round thing here. This is very important. And then stretch it. Okay, so then stretch it kind of like. So it is good to make the shape here so that it really looks like a parabola. When you put all this information on your graph paper, you will get a perfect parabola. Let me give you the coordinate points without even calculating, right? I mean, my calculations are different from using the calculation by computers or by calculators, right? So we have moved 1 unit to the right. That means x value will become from 1, 2. And we have gone 2 units up. So the y value will be 2 more than minus 8. So it will be minus 6. Do you see that? On the left side, this point will be the y-intercept, 0, minus 6, correct? Coordinates for the next point will be 1 unit to the right will make it 3, and 2 times 3 is 6. You have to add 6 to this, which will give you 0. That becomes the x-intercept, right? So the x-intercept here will be, we have moved 1 left, which is minus 1, 0. Do you get the idea? So it has these two x-intercepts, and then sketch it. Okay. Now what you should do is, as your test practice. From the given equation, you need to find x-intercepts and y-intercept. Okay, so that is your extended test question, right? Anyway, we have already got all the information there, but do it algebraically. That should help you to prepare for the test. Thank you and all the best.